Welcome everyone. Today is a SmartSheet introduction day for our viewers. It's a pleasure to be joined by my co-host Ashley Walker, who is an expert in SmartSheet. And you already know that we've talked about SmartSheet quite a bit on the channel. I have not gotten certified in it, but I have used it, especially in the aspect of scheduling. I have also gotten experience with Microsoft Project, and that helps me to be able to effectively use SmartSheet. And Ashley, quick intro.
I'm Ashley Walker. I am a SmartSheet expert. I have been using SmartSheet for about 3 years. I started off in scheduling with SmartSheet and all of the capabilities it has to run a schedule. I moved forward to project management and learning how to use it in a PM system. And I am certified in sales and product. So that's me.
Lovely. And you got certified as a SmartSheet expert with a certification in SmartSheet. What did that entail, Ashley?
It was a process of getting the study guide. You have to go through the SmartSheet training system, which is like classes that you take online, and you just complete each one and all of the activities. It was very simple to understand, and they give you hands-on training at the end of each module that you complete. And then at the end, you register for your certification for product, and it's the same for sales. You go through the modules, complete them, do the activities, and then you're sales certified after you take the test.
Mm.
And the test was really easy. If you follow the study guide, it really lays it out quite simply for you. There is a component to the test where you have to create your own SmartSheet. You have to follow the instructions and make all the little changes so they know that you can format correctly and things like that. But once you've got it down, you never forget it. So the test was easy.
Lovely stuff. So while we're not going to follow a rigid plan to update you folks about what SmartSheet can do, let's take a look at some of the basics in one of the courses that we put together in the past. So we usually do an introduction, little create a sheet, rows and hierarchy, columns, attachments, just taking you through basic stuff about SmartSheet. And then we could go into contacts, maybe some groups, maybe even card views, calendar views, and things such as that. So Ashley, I would love to start off with just a blank sheet and let me be the student, the clueless student. So Ashley, what does SmartSheet do? Why do I need SmartSheet? Why couldn't I use Google Sheet for everything?
Sheet is premier above Excel and Google Sheets because the user interface is so much more friendly. Instead of having to dig through formulas and, you know, try and find information and have 5 different worksheets and one workbook for everything, it's all laid out in front of you. It's all put right in your hands, and the conditional formatting is way easier to set up than it is on Google Sheets or Excel. It's just better formatted for a user
Hmm.
than something like Excel or Google Sheets. I've used all 3.
All right. So Ashley, why don't you go ahead and just show us some of the great things that SmartSheet can do?
All right. So if you can see my screen, we'll get started.
I see it.
All right. So I'm just going to click this create button. The best thing about SmartSheet that I love is, like I said, it's all in your hands. It's so user friendly. You just click and you can create so many different things. I mean, reports, forms, dashboards. For now, let's create a sheet. And it's laid out very similar to an Excel or, a Google Sheet. It's still a spreadsheet, but instead of it being just a spreadsheet, I like to call it a spreadsheet on steroids. So this is the format of the sheet when you first create a sheet, and there's all these different, things that you can do to it. The only thing about primary columns is you can't make it anything but text to number. But I mean, there are so many different column types that you can use. Drop downs. I mean, it's so user friendly. And instead of in Excel going and having to format the column in the file menu, this is just there. It's just pick a column type, you know?
That's pretty cool. And it's quite intuitive. So the options, there's one called symbols. What is that? There's a,
Symbols
yeah, there's a,
is it's a way to display statuses, or if you have a task that is flagged
okay,
because for any reason, rating
gotcha.
systems.
That's
I had a
cool.
client once that used it to rate different subcontractors that he worked with, and he used these little happy faces.
Not net
So
promoter
yeah,
score. That's nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
and the best part about it is with Smartsheet being as intuitive as it is, you can set these up to display information based on other criteria. So if you have a status column right here, you can have symbols right here that reflect,
Mm,
if this is not finished, it'll say I have a red ball or an unhappy face.
gotcha. Oh, that's splendid. Nice. So right here, we just use this as a spreadsheet on steroids to do whatever we would do in Excel with laborious formatting without having to format all that stuff.
Correct. And you can convert or import from Excel, Microsoft Project, Google Sheets, and even Trello.
Wow.
And it will keep all of your formatting that you had, including your formulas.
Nice.
But it just lays it out a little bit cleaner, a little bit softer, and much more user friendly.
That's really cool.
So
All
I
right.
think the first thing I always tell people when they get in is to play around with the different properties of Smartsheet. Get used to its layout and how things work.
Mm-hmm.
You can, rename. All you have to do is click these three little, they call them the hamburger when you're in training for certification, but you click the three little dots and it will bring down this menu for you. You can add column descriptions if you're using a form or you need help
Huh.
recognizing what goes in each column. You can rename the column.
Okay. So what would column description do? Would that be like you're hovering over it and it shows you what the column is, or
Yeah,
what?
and then what happens is it puts this little
Ah,
information bubble here and it pulls up the description so that nobody's ever confused again about what column is for what or
exactly. And you know that there's information in there with that eye icon instead of like in Google Sheet or Excel with a goofy little red triangle at the edge. That
yeah, the
never know.
red triangle always makes you think there's a problem.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong. So I mean, it's the user interface is much more clean and put together, and for a lot of people there's multiple different status. Sometimes you have a status of the project, the status of the approval,
Mm.
and so this description really helps kind of get to the meat of what is in each column without having to make super long column titles.
Absolutely. And it's the little things, because I kept asking myself, why is it that Smartsheet is blowing Google Sheet that's free and even Excel that's been around for donkey years out of the water? You cannot underestimate how much a user pays attention to little things. It's the little things, right?
Really is features.
Yeah, that's it. That's the language. And it's very pleasing to the eye. It's smoother. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is about the font and what it is about it's got like a gloss over it, and the icons just are more pleasing to the eye. It's
And I mean, there's something to be said about ease of access. You know,
hmm
when it's all laid out like this in front of you, where you can just pick, how do you want the font to appear in the cell, what colors, things like that. There's
yeah.
something to be said about the fact that you just, there you go. Instead of having to, find five different toolbars,
Right. Oh,
like
that's
that.
true. That is
I
absolutely
used to
true. Yeah.
fight with Excel about
Uh-huh.
formatting and getting, my fonts to look a certain way. So
The
there is
ribbon, the
that.
ribbon is amazing Excel. And we're not bashing Excel or anything. We love it.
No,
But we just want to
I
make
love
it
Excel.
clear. We're just trying to, separate fact from fiction, what makes Smartsheet the as favored as it is in a lot of companies, even though they've got the free Google Sheet option. So this is really cool, Ashley. And then we can flip from this view into something else, right?
Yeah, so there's four different views that you can have. So in grid view, that's the first view. You always start in grid view.
Okay.
And that's just, yeah, as you see, it's a spreadsheet, it's a grid. Gantt view has to have 2 dates. So we'll change these real fast to date columns. And, just make sure that we mark one as start date and one as end date. So
Okay. It's so clever, isn't it?
it
And
really is.
it knows even without you naming it, like you've changed the on the back end what it is, and it knows, okay, now you can go to a Gantt view. That's pretty smart. That's why
And
it's called SmartSheet.
it is. It really is. And so if you want to, you can just change it into Gantt view once you have it. And
Look at that.
basically,
Wow.
Gantt view is perfect for project management. It makes it so clear what projects are happening, where they're happening, things like that. Now, this is a very basic Gantt view. I've worked for many companies that use Gantt charts and things like that. And, it just makes it so much easier to see the timeline. But
Mhm.
then you can get kind of advanced, or you can put the Smartsheet and the Gantt view on steroids, and you can add predecessors. You can add dependencies. You can show in this little calendar, if you will,
Mhm.
which task starts first, what's dependent on what, and then I always understood, the critical path of things, the baselines, the new
Mhm.
baselines they've added to Smartsheet, showing you where
Oh,
the important tasks, the ones that
nice.
everything is dependent on,
Mm.
it makes it so much easier to see a project timeline.
When did they add that, Ashley? Because I'm just seeing baseline on the right-hand side, just under the
Yeah.
share green button there. I never noticed it before. Do you know when they introduced that?
They introduced it, I do believe, 2 or 3 months ago. They
Mm.
put baselines in there. It took the place of critical path. They
Oh,
used to
good,
have a
good.
red button that
Mhm.
said critical path, and it's basically the same thing. It just
Mhm.
shows you, once you've enabled dependencies and you have the predecessors, it shows you where the tasks are, that if they're missed, they're going to throw everything else off.
Yeah, that's a critical path. Yep. Nice.
So yes, that is the Gantt view. And like I said, this is very basic. It gets super groovy once you start adding, more dates.
So if you wanted to change it from, like, if you wanted to put the dependencies in, does one have to add a column, or does one have to change the column to a specific format? How would one do that?
So in your project settings, that's how you add dependencies, and
Ah,
all of that. You just go in and you go into your project settings and it's right there for you. So, you just click the little dependencies enable and it automatically adds the columns for you for
wow.
dependencies, to be enabled. So, I
Oh
mean,
my
and
goodness.
you can choose too, if you're a business that does work on the weekends, you can
Mm,
choose your working days, how long are the working hours, which holidays you want to be included. Um, some construction companies that I've worked for that use this, they have it Monday through Saturday because they work on Saturday.
wow.
So I mean, stick to Monday through Friday for right now, but yes, and they're automatically labeled. If you look, it's automatically labeled to show you the predecessors. And let's say we added, another one here, and then we said, we want this date to be dependent on this finishing. We would just use that row, if you look at the numbers over here, as the
Mm,
predecessor. So you would put 1 in there. And
gotcha.
as you can see, it changed on our Gantt chart. So it'll show you the little arrow that shows when this task is finished, this one's due to start.
Wow, this is getting more and more exciting, Ashley. For our folks at home, you want to learn more, just look for the next video in the series. Ashley and I are going to be back in just a little bit, and we're going to continue showing you more of the tricks of the trade of Smartsheet.